Welcome to the Engineering Update. I'm Casey Panetta, editor of ECN. On this week's episode, the flying car of the future, Tesla's Model S upgrade does 0 to 60 in 2.8 seconds, and a computer program that recognizes your sketches. In 1909, we were promised a flying car was right around the corner, and yet it is 2015 and we've got bupkis. We don't really even have a widely available or even reliable autonomous car. But Terrafugia keeps promising that they're working on both. That's right, an autonomous flying car. In 2013, they announced plans to blow all our minds with a flying car. Now they've released a newer version of the design, which is a little sleeker than the original one, called the Transition. The Transition was actually able to perform two 20-minute test flights back in 2013, but it wasn't autonomous. It was basically just to show the conversion between airplane and car. The newest version, the TFX, has some improvements over its predecessor. For example, it doesn't need a runway to take off, but it is designed to take off and land vertically. The design seats 4 people in a hybrid electric aircraft. Once you're up in the air, you just type in your destination and the plane car uses its electric motors and 300 horsepower engine to take you there at a cruising speed of about 200 miles per hour. It has a 500-mile range and lands for you after you tell it that it's safe. There isn't a fully working prototype yet, but the team did create a 1/10 scale wind tunnel test model to test at MIT's Wright Brothers Wind Tunnel. This will allow the team to measure drag, lift, and thrust forces. The focus will be on the hovering flight, the changeover to forward flight, and full forward flying. The Transition was priced at over $200,000, but there's no word on how much the new version, if it ever appears, will cost.
Tesla has introduced its latest upgrades for its electric Model S sedan. The P85D, known for its insane mode, which goes from 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds, just got faster thanks to its new ludicrous mode, or an ode to Mel Brooks in Spaceballs.
What have I done? My brains are going into my feet.
Now, the Model S can do 0 to 60 in just 2.8 seconds and can complete a quarter mile in 10.9 seconds. To account for this new acceleration, the two engines now have a combined 762 horsepower, making it the most powerful American car ever and one of the quickest in the world. To do so, Tesla developed a new type of fuse that allows for an increase in the output of a car's battery pack from 1300 to 1500 amps. Unlike a conventional fuse that simply melts when it gets too hot, the new one has its own battery-powered monitor which tracks the current more precisely and uses a pyrotechnic charge to cut the circuit. The fuse upgrade, which includes the battery pack and associated new hardware, will be available to existing P85D owners at $5,000 for the next 6 months. However, new owners will have to pay $10,000 as an added option when ordering their car.
Remember that thing you saw but you don't know what it's called and you forgot to take a picture of it? Well, now you can actually figure out what it was just by sketching it on a touchscreen and using that to search for it on the internet. The new Sketch-A-Net computer program was developed by a team at Queen Mary University of London. The software is an example of a deep neural network, meaning it mimics the human brain, utilizing machine learning algorithms to build upon what it already knows every time it performs a new task. The program has been tested and can correctly identify the subject of people's touchscreen sketches with an accuracy rate of 74.9%. When human test subjects have been asked to do the same type of testing, they scored an accuracy rate of 73.1%. The technology actually keeps track of the order in which the lines of each sketch are drawn. The difference becomes more apparent when it comes to picking up on defining details in sketches. When it came to differentiating between drawings depicting similar subjects, seagull, flying bird, standing bird, and pigeon, for example, Sketch-A-Net was correct 42.5% of the time compared to the 24.8% scored by humans. The applications for this technology are endless, from basic searches to matching police sketches to existing mugshots of criminals, and even to enhance scientists' understanding of visual perception. That's all for this week's episode. Be sure to check in on Facebook and Twitter and view past episodes at ecnmag.com. I'm Janine Mooney for the ECN channel, and this has been your Engineering Update.